Is it worth it? Is it worth it starting a cargo van business? Is it worth it? It depends. What do you think? I mean, I know I'm going to give you my reasons. I've done these videos before back in the day. It'd be cool to go back and look at those. I'm talking about myself. But is it worth it? Yes. For me, freedom. Freedom. I bought my van outright. I've had issues. I just had that video come out of what's the update of what I've had to fix and what's been going on with it. But to me, 100% worth it. 100% worth the freedom. I've had 3 vacations. I did vlog those. They don't get as many views, but I still am gonna, because this ain't just about hustle adventures. There's also the adventure part, and there's times where you need to stop the hustle and go on adventures, and have that balance. But is it worth it? It depends on the person. Like, you're not going to be a millionaire from one van unless you're someone who doesn't have a reason to go home. Like, if I was a single guy, I would travel the country all the time. I would live out of my van. I'd get the AC unit. I'd do the whole 9. AC unit, get heater. That's what I'm saying, a diesel heater. I would live in it. And you can make really good money then, especially if you have no bills. Like, dude, oh my God. I know someone who helped me in this industry originally, who I was going through, he lived in his van for 2 years with his wife. And that's how they saved up for their down on their house. No bills. You know what I'm saying? You can do that too. That'd be pretty sick. That'd be a cool life. But also you can what was I gonna say? So with just having your single van, I don't know, this is just for me, like, I have had weeks that are like 1,400. I think the best ever was 1,700. Best ever. Had a really crazy good run to Florida and back, and long story short, that's a really good week for me. Net. That's net. That's after taxes, after gas, after everything is taken out. Now, I've had weeks that were pretty okay. For me, it's worth it, because I'm just talking finance real quick, because I'm not going to get all into that, because to me, it's not even about that. Obviously, if I was making squat, and no, I have a mortgage, I have a home, I have, you know what I'm saying, I have children. But let me tell you, it is definitely worth it to me. I guess it depends on what your reasons are. My reason was for freedom. You know what I'm saying? That's it. Done. And what's funny is 90% of the people that hit me up, they want that freedom. They hate their current employer. But then what's weird is as they get into it more, and then they'll have a really good week and a bad week. And then when they have a bad week, I've had 2 bad weeks in a row before. You know what I'm saying? And that just happens. But it balances out. Then I'll have some really good weeks. So that's what I'm saying. Like, it balances out, and you have to be good with your money. But now with this local thing, it's been just good. Like, it just seems like it's going to be great. And stay consistent, but it does have its slow season in the winter, but that's fine. You know what I'm saying? That's why you stack that paper. But now, is it worth it? That's why I'm saying it's such a personal thing, but I'm giving you the reasons it was worth it for me, so you can, feed off that. Now, for me, just the freedom. I mean, dude, I don't even care. I've took 3 vacations. When I looked for local work, I took 2 weeks off. I didn't have to ask anyone. I had a medical courier lead. I had a tire company lead, like, that were legit, like, gonna be a thing. Like, oh, 300 a day. One was $250 a day to do 4 runs, 300 to do 5 runs a day, and that takes about 8 to 10 hours, they said. That's a tire run. The medical one was a little bit more set in stone. I didn't like that. But the reason I'm bringing that up is, like, you have that freedom. That's why I always talk about don't be limited by your mind, because I feel like even sometimes people get anxiety from that freedom because, and I do. Like, I didn't breathe for 2 weeks when I was looking for local work. But the reason I bring that up is, like, I was so set in my ways too, because I always had a job where I just went there. But then that got so monotonous, and I was just so sick of somebody telling me when I couldn't go home. Like, I remember just sitting in my straight truck or at any job, and it would just be like, yeah. I one time was working nights at the woodworking place I worked at, and I love that place. I still do. But they were like, oh, we need you on nights. I was on nights for a while. I said, this ain't working. They said, well, sorry. And I was like, well, no, this doesn't work for me. Like, I'm not doing it. I literally, I go in, and they were like, well, it's either that or we don't know. And that's what I mean, like, and there's so many examples at the straight truck place, too, that I like, too. But when you, like, voice concerns, it's like, they're like, well, that's what we need. We need you here at 3 a.m., even though you just worked till 7 p.m. So you guys know what I'm talking about. So for me, is it worth it? Yes. Like even if I have a bad week, I'll get them next week. Like I will take that any day of the week before someone's gonna tell me. Or like when I went on my vacations, I didn't only schedule them for the weekend. You know, I just did what I wanted. You know what I'm saying? And there's other ways that I side hustle, but this is my main way of making money. But I've had other little things that I've side hustled on the side. I've vlogged some of it, but that's what I mean. So is it worth it to start a cargo van business as a single person? But if you get a fleet and that's your goal, you can make crazy money. I know people who do that, and like they've told me how much they make. I'm not gonna say what they make, but good money. That's what I mean. Like, so it depends on which route you're taking, and if you want to build your business into that, then you can really make money. You know what I'm saying? But then that's more of a headache. That's why I never even did the whole none of that. But anyways, that's it. For me, I'm just saying, to me, it was worth it. Like, share, subscribe, hit the bell notification if you want to. If you don't want to, I'm just glad you're rocking with me. And we got merch, whatever. If you want to buy it, if you don't, it's cool. The coffee mugs take long to get. People have talked to me about. But the shirts, they come fast. But everyone have a blessed day. And oh, yeah, keep hustling.
I work hard, I get paid. Blue collar all day. I don't get tired. Like Kevin Gates, sun up to sundown, I will always be this way. Redneck thuggin', I was country made. Blue colors in my veins, blue collar to my grave.